Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Wetcher, and welcome back to Just a Normal Killer Doll. This time, episode 4, Get Not Along. If you haven't watched episode 1 or 2, I do recommend go looking that before actually watching this. We also recommend to watch, of course, Just a Normal Killer Doll. Oh, wait, wrong show. I already recommend you guys to watch episode 1 to 2. But we also recommend you guys watching Bloody Bunny the First Blood. It would make sense if you guys watched that before coming to this video. In this live stream. Disclaimer, this one has swearing, but we're not really sure about blood and gore, or though I will make sure that people who don't like any sensitive things, like, of course, is like swearing and all that, understand, and this is not for everyone, and this is for people who are used to this type stuff and all that. Alright, let's get started. Episode 4. No, wait. Sorry. Episode 3. Sorry, guys. Get Not Along. Dark Rabbit had been sleeping in his new room Cora gave him. It's been 7 days since he went back in time and stayed in Cora's house. Her wounds were getting better thanks to the treatment the hospital gave to make her heal fast. It cost $50,000, and Corella had to pay for it. Helen was practically crying when she heard some stranger almost kidnapped her daughter. Corella regretted paying the treatment just to see her assistant smile. Today, Cora had to miss 4 days of school to get some rest. Her bandages need to be changed every night before she gets to bed. Layla comes by to bodyguard her, but really, she just comes by to eat free food. First 2 days, Layla brought some old movies and shows to watch. Brought her old game station and a few games to play. Dark Rabbit quits every 10 minutes. And it's because Layla keeps pulling his ears, making him lose on purpose. Keeps an eye out for any sign of danger or those people in full opera mask. And finally, annoys Dark Rabbit to death till he snaps and tries to kill her while Cora holds him. He hates her when she comes over just to make sure Cora is alright, then leaves. She was supposed to stay till 9 to help Cora with her bandages. Not leave. On Sunday all the way to Wednesday, he had to change Cora's bandages. It's embarrassing for both of them. When Cora lifts her night outfit, her tank top, so he could take off her old bandages, wipe new ones on her wounds. They both tried not to look at each other when they had to do this every night. Cora flinches a bit when he puts some rubbing alcohol on her wounds. At least he said sorry afterwards. When she insisted she can do this on her own, he shuts her up by throwing a shuriken right above Rudolph, who was eating his meal in his cage, not minding a dangerous weapon was close to killing him, and continues changing her bandages. He has to admit it, when he touched her skin, it feels so soft and smooth. He begins to enjoy it when he's so close to Cora's skin, feeling her shiver when he touches her wrist, how beautiful her waist is, minus the wounds, and how she makes that cute sound when he realized what he was doing and quickly finished wrapping up Cora's new bandage on her waist and left, forcing himself to forget that event. I wouldn't blame you, Dark Rabbit, if that happened to me. I wouldn't blame you. As Dark Rabbit had a sweet dream, he was awakened by a loud air horn right in his ears. He yells and covers them before her falling off from his bed. Good morning, Grumpy. Wake up, Firefly. He's making waffles. She's going to wake you up, but I insisted instead. He looked up to see Leia's hand and head at the tiny door, and her cyber arm to be stretched to his ears with an air horn in her hand before blowing it again. She retreated her arms back while running away, laughing like a lunatic. Why? Jessica, please serious. Oh, God. I am not going to finish this, am I? Oh, boy. Bitch! You stupid bitch! He yells. Sorry. Leia continues laughing when she arrived in the kitchen and to see the table with 3 plates. Each one has waffles, bacon, scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 3 glasses of orange juice. With worried Cora as she puts up the orange juice container in the fridge. Please tell me you didn't. That's the 4th time this week. You know how angry he gets when you do that. Don't worry about him, Layla said as she eats her waffles. He loves it. Besides, he deserved it for changing your bandages. Because, he's a boy. And it was my job to do that. She ducks down her head, dodging a shuriken, throwing behind her as it hit her wall. If you have the power of psyche, or have the third eyeball behind your head, I want to know. Not my fault. I had to play a Dark Souls series. Okay? I want to challenge myself by not saving any game files or dying. It's hardcore without sleep. Well, guess what? This reality is hardcore. We almost got killed. Not too long ago. Actually, it's completely correct. We're trying to survive, and yet we're playing in a game that we didn't realize. Just realized that. But you're not dead. But we are not dead. Thanks to me. Thanks to you. You nearly killed us when you blew up the gas station. Hey, either that or have every government cop, CAI, MIB, FBI, NSA, and maybe Area 51. Chasing after all of us after seeing you in the camera, or have a witness take a video or picture of us and show it to the public. So which one would you rather have? Almost meeting death or being caught by the government? Layla asks him. Oh, God. Well, she isn't wrong there. Cora knew what's going to happen next. As she noticed Dark Rabbit was about to summon his katana to slice Layla's throat, she stops both of them before they start fighting to the death in the kitchen. Yeah, that's the best idea. Could we stop? Please stop talking about this for a moment and just eat breakfast. There's no need to fight. We already chose it. Besides, I want to talk about something for tomorrow. Both of you. They both stopped their arguing and nodded. But Dark Rabbit glares at Layla when she smirks at him, knowing she won the conversation. I thought Cora was the one who won the conversation. But okay. Later. So, what is it you want to talk about, Fawn? Dark Rabbit asks, as he and Layla both sit on the couch, but far from each other, while Cora stands in front of them. It's about school and what happened last week. Cora said nervously. Let's talk about school first. Layla shouts out, I need to know what kind of horrors I am up against. Up against what? The dress code, the outfits, school uniforms, and those terrible girly skirts. And those terrible girly skirts. Layla said dramatically. Oh boy. No, it's not like that. Just going to class and learning different things. All right, I guess that's fine. Carry on. So, school will probably be a problem to hide Dark Rabbit from others. Seems reasonable. So, what you're saying is we should either lock him in his room and never let him out, or lock him in your locker at school. Layla smirked. Which I will not be locked in neither one of them. Dark Rabbit glares at her. Yeah, I agree. Cora agreed. Boo, Layla said. Then how else are we supposed to hide him? Wait, the Dark Rabbit, where were you when you disappeared from my book bag? I couldn't find you anywhere. I was hiding. I was inside the ceiling, he answered. In the ceiling? That could maybe work, Layla said. But the school is huge. He could get lost up there. You're right. Oh well. Lock up asshole in his room then. Bitch! He yelled, summoning his katana out. Cora quickly grabbed him before he tries to kill Layla. Or I could just give us all a tracker. That way we make sure we don't get separated or kidnapped. A tracker? Cora asked. You mean when Cora was almost taken? That was the tracker you traced off of? Well, wait, there's a tracker in me? She trapped Dark Rabbit and he's not to freak out where it could be in her body. Yep, and you asshole. She transformed her finger in a needle and push it into her neck before pulling it out. And me. That way, if one of us is in danger, it'll show up on my wall or Cora's phone. By the way, I hope you don't mind me putting secure stuff off in your phone, just in case. She looks at Dark Rabbit. As for you, she grabs his arm, and that had the bracelet as he tries to get away from her, while she pressed some beans before a small hologram from Screen Map shows up. I think this should help you find your Firefly, just in case. He moves his arms away. As the map disappears, he kept his glare on her. And why didn't it show you? He asked. You think? So that's that you wouldn't try to kill me in my sleep? She smirked. Okay, so I guess that's cleared for the school. Then Cora asks while Dark Rabbit sits back on the couch. What about the food and the cameras? We do have the food in school, Layla. It's a school. And of course it has cameras. Wait, wrong acting. Sorry. And of course it has cameras there too. Dark Rabbit tells her, damn it, are the foods in that school at least free? No, you still have to pay for them, Cora answered. Oh, come on! Why must food always have to be paid? It's food! We need food to live! God damn it! Layla shouts in anger, making Cora and Dark Rabbit look at her as if she's crazy. That's why I always make lunch for myself. Either that or leave the school campus and eat at a close fast food restaurant. But you need a ride to get back to the school on time, Cora said, but Layla was still upset food isn't free. So Dark Rabbit starts saying, what are we going to say about last week? Cora stayed silent for a second. I think we should try to figure out why those people in the mask were after me. She said in a frightened voice. Dark Rabbit could understand why she's scared by her voice. They mentioned they needed her alive. But for what? Yeah, I guess we should, Layla said, pulling out the dart. The maxed people were trying to shoot at Cora. I tried to trace these back from whoever made these, but I can't find them. I sound like I've been in a drama class and thrown. There were no fingerprints either, and inside of these could put you in a coma for maybe 2 weeks. What? Cora said, asked in shock. Yep. Whoever is trying to kidnap you are going this far to keep you alive. So that means they don't want to kill you. I even took some of these DNA blood samples left behind, but the computers show no match. It's like they never existed. But why? And what's with those stupid Macs anyway? Dark Rabbit asks. Hey, they don't want their identities found out if anyone sees them. Layla said, wait, didn't they mention something about their boss? Yeah, they did, Cora answered. They didn't want me to get any serious injured or wounds. But they don't mind hitting you in the head. 'Cause your head, it was bleeding a bit? Layla said. I think they did that because I wouldn't give up trying to get it away from them. Well, at least they're dead. We should be thankful for that. Are you kidding me? Dark Rabbit says to Layla. Just because some of them are dead doesn't mean their boss will send out more after her. If their boss noticed none of them returned, they'd send out more her to capture her and kill us if we get in their way. Oh yeah, just like how you did when you lost us to that bunny and her little sister Bunny. Layla teased. It didn't take long for Dark Rabbit to try to kill Layla, but Cora holds him back. At the same time, Layla jumps off the couch when he starts throwing shurikens at her, swinging his katana to chop off her other arm, or try to teleport out of Cora, or summoning his duplicates to at least get a chance to kill Layla. Layla eventually he had to bring out a syringe and press it against his neck, immediately making him limp. Cora sighs in relief before sitting down on the couch, holding Dark Rabbit close to her. Seriously, all I said was 2 bunnies, and you go insane for that. Layla asked him. Insane for that? Layla asked him. Those 2 damn brats just had to ruin everything. Sorry. He said as he glares at her. Well, in some or every story, there's always be a hero to stop someone, Cora nervously said. Yep. And it looks like those 2 sisters won. You send out others to kill them, but look at that. They all failed. Layla says they wouldn't have failed if they were just stronger. Dark Rabbit growls. Hey, you trained them, and you just kept bringing them down, showing off all those moves and crazy weird ass powers you had. Actually, they were program, Layla. Yeah, there's a game where you're controlling Bloody Bunny. There's a truth for that. So I doubt he's the one who's training them. Alright, this one's Dark Rabbit. Before you get confused. Shut up! Never! Layla smirk. That's Spurk. My mouth is getting dry. After the whole weird meeting in which most went out of hand, they decided to just rest a bit by watching old animation shows. Dark Rabbit decided to sharpen his weapons with the kitchen knives, making it nice and sharp for Layla anyone who thinks they have the chance to try to kidnap Cora. Why the hell do they want her anyway? They could have just captured anyone else, even Layla. But they specifically target on Cora, and only her. He had some books he found in his timeline for some people getting kidnapped, but for a group just to kidnap one girl, that's different. Over the last 7 days, he watches her, seeing if she does anything strange, but she did nothing. Of course, there's that woman, and scary woman, Corella, could be right about someone just trying to get the money from her company by kidnapping Cora. He did a few research on her company and found nothing, just saying how great her company is and business is. So that must mean it could be Hey, asshole. He felt someone flick his nose as he groans before holding his rabbit nose and making him drop the knife and his weapons on the floor. He looks up to see Layla, and before he could shout at her, she quickly covers his mouth with her normal hand, and before using her cyborg arm to make a shh sign, Layla notify him notice his confused look and gestures her hand to Cora, who was distracted by the show, trying to tell him they both need to talk in private somewhere. He nodded as he moved her hands away from his mouth as they both walked to the library room. "What is it, bitch?" he asked her. "It's about who's probably after Cora," Layla said, "and I have my bet. It's that rich woman." "What? Didn't you listen to what Cora said at the hospital? Her father disappeared, leaving no trace behind. Hiding weapons? Yeah, she killed him." "What? No, I'm trying to say the boss they mentioned could be Cora's father. If anyone who doesn't want their child hurt, it has to be the father," he said. "It could be, but haven't you noticed how Corella hates her? She might just hire those people to kidnap her and bring her to some place far away from here. Or she used her for something. How else would Corella use her? Her father, Cora's father, had to be the one behind all of this. But the way he's doing this is something else. He's the only one who wants to use her," Dark Rabbit said. "Use her for what? For some father and daughter moment? Or one of those bring your daughter to work day? Of God. Oh, another God. Apparator is is real. I cannot read. And I have no idea what that word is. It's my church after this. Layla says in a frightening voice, why can I not make a frightening voice? Apropos, forget it. How would you know that Cruella is behind this? Well, in some or every movie, the rich person is always evil. I mean, there's been a lot of movies and cartoons that shows those clear signs they're the main antagonist person. Layla listed. Maybe you should look at CSI Miami. Me and all that. I already know all the tricks of it. If you guys are probably wondering, I have been watching a lot of CSI thing to actually know every tricks in their books. And it's not like I'm gonna murder them or any of that. But I still remember the shows, including Criminal Minds, which I wish that it's now washed out of my brain. And what about the mysterious father who left their wife and daughter behind to plan some kind of decoy scam, and no one knows? Once he gets her back, he'll do the same to his wife, forcing them to join in on his scam or some shit. Dark Rabbit also lists out. Actually, he has a point there. Just saying. Okay. Hey, you know what? Let's make a deal, Layla said with a smile. What kind of deal? If it turns out you're right about who's after Cora, by the way, we can make multiple subjects listed as we went. And I'll let you kill me. I'll let you kill me if any one of your suspects is right. Who's suspects? Hey, who's suspicious? Hey, we could get more than one suspect. Who's after her? It could be 1, 2, or maybe 5. Alright, then. She does have a point. And what would happen if it turns out one of your suspects is right? That you allow me to kill you? Of course. Or, Layla said with a smirk. Or what? Dark Rabbit asks. Layla shrugs. I'm still thinking, but if I'm right, I know you're going to choose death in this, Layla said sweetly before leaving him alone. Oh boy. Later. What does she mean I'm going to choose death in this? Dark Rabbit couldn't understand over the past hours after Layla. And he talks about who could be hiding behind all this. He looks at the window upstairs, seeing the stars appearing at the sky. He just knows it's Cora's father. And when Cora finds out, should she even find out? It would break her little fond heart. She hadn't seen her father in years, ever since he left her mother and her. It'll be a weird family reunion. Seeing someone you thought they went missing or dead, and it turns out they went and want to use for something. He knew it's him, and hopefully not Corella. Although Layla does point out that she does hate Cora for no reason, he also remembered reading an old article of her on the website. She didn't seem to like children at all. She kept complaining they were a waste of time. He sighs before realizing it was nighttime. That also means Layla. He gets up and looks at another window just in time to see Layla walking out of the mansion. You gotta be kidding me. He teleports outside to see Layla already on her motorcycle. What the hell are you doing? He yells for her attention. What? I'm leaving so that I could finish my game. You're supposed to stay until 9. What happened to 10? What happened to 10? Layla smiled innocently. Could you at least bandage Cora's wounds? I did your work for the last 5 days. And how was it? What? Come on. I could practically tell how you want to be close to your firefly. Like, close. She said, in a flirtatious way. Dark Rabbit immediately knew what she meant by, and also realized. You kept leaving on purpose, didn't you? He said in a dark and angry voice. Maybe. It was silent for a moment until he breaks the silence. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable we were? I have to touch her skin just to change her stupid bandages. And how did her skin feel? Her skin feels soft, smooth. It felt like, hey! He didn't realize. He just said it as he began to blush. What he just said, and as he began to blush. So the first sight does exist. Layla laughed. Or maybe it's a rat's thread of fate. Layla questions herself. Oh, God. Why? Love? No, I don't love her, he said, and as his face kept heating up. What on hell makes you say that? Because you saved her life, you ain't planning on killing her because you're a pussy. You rather say that stay with her to protect who's ever after her, And last but not least, yep, your face and reaction says otherwise. Layla says. Actually, she's completely correct, Dark Rabbit. You're lost. Unless I'm not saving you this time. For the last time, I don't love her. I don't even have thought about loving her at all. Now you do. Layla smirked before starting her motorcycle and taking off, letting out the smoke from the exhaust on his face. You'll thank me later! You'll thank me! Sorry. She shouted while Dark Rabbit coughed out the smoke from his mouth. He accidentally breathed some in. Crazy bitch! He said before teleporting back inside the house, still coughing out the smoke from his lungs. Since Layla left, he must now deal with Cora again. Meanwhile, Cora was sitting on her bed and wearing her usual night outfit. A black tank top and long dark blue pajama pants. She was carefully rubbing some of the rubbing alcohol on her affect wounds while lifting her tank top a bit, making her hiss in pain when she felt them working. Even after 5 days, it still hurts. Just what kind of weapon did they use that have so much effects once you stab someone? She would rather take a hit on her head instead of her waist. It may cause some headaches for her, but hey, at least it's less awkward when letting an evil rabbit from the future help you. Okay, I think I got the hang of it. Cora was gently wrapping the bandages around her waist until she accidentally messed it up. Damn it! She went to pick up the clean bandages again until a shuriken nearly hit her hand. She quickly pulls her hand away from the bandage and the sharp object before looking up to see Dark Rabbit in her bedroom and doorway. Seeing him here, she immediately pulled her tank top back down. I thought we agreed to let me do your bandages, is right? He asked her with a glaring look. Sorry, she squeaks in a scared voice. I just don't want it to be more weird or awkward when we keep doing this, she said nervously. I know it makes us both feel uncomfortable when we do this. Dark Rabbit knows that's true. This made them both feel uncomfortable. I know that. But since that witch already left, you know I'm going to have to do it, he said after he sighs. But You don't need to do this, Cora said, but he didn't listen as he got on her bed before he picks up the rubbing alcohol. I already did that. Yeah, well, we're going to do it again, he said at her. Now, lift your tank top. Cora shook her head, keeping her tank top down. I'm sure I did it right. I doubt it. Either lift it up or I'm going to do it for you. That sounds way wrong. Why did I say that? He could really see Cora when he said it. Not like that. Then why did you... Look. He sighs as he closes his eyes and pinches his nose before letting it go and staring at her with an annoying expression. Just let's finish this and never speak of this again. All right? This is the last day we're doing this. All right? Cora nodded. Good. Now will you please lift your tank top? Cora eventually listens and gives in. And she lifts her tank top up to reveal her wound, and that was almost done and healing after 5 days. Dark Rabbit knows what's coming next. He gently passed the rubbing alcohol into her held up wounds as she stays quiet, but it still hurts. She did wrong anyway. Once the alcohol effects affected her torso in her injuries, he puts down the rubbing alcohol and grabs the clean bandages. This is the part where they wish they could skip this, but they can't. Dark Rabbit placed the bandages above Cora's wound, feeling her smooth skin, before he began to wrap around her waist. Cora knew he's only helping her, but when she feels his soft fur touching her skin, she didn't know how she should react to that. Dark Rabbit couldn't take it anymore. Whenever Cora kept shivering from his touch, it made him wonder what the hell is he doing. Luckily, he managed to finish wrapping up her new bandages on her wound, and they're done. They've done. Okay, we're finished, he said while tossing the items into her trash can. We're no longer now have to deal with it ever again. Oh, thank God. Cora sighed in relief, pulling her tank top back down. No more embarrassing, awkward moments for both of them ever again. Now that's out of the way, I might as well ask her now. Otherwise, I'll be hearing that every night. Hey, Fawn, Dark Rabbit said, who were you talking to last night? He suddenly asked. Who was I talking to last night? I think I was talking to my mom on the phone. No, after that, while you were sleeping. Did you watch me sleep Me sleeping? Cora freaked out. Wait. There's no way I'm in those Twilight stories. I'm tired of them. Dark Rabbit began to blush after what he just said. No. Oh, what I meant to say was, who were you talking to while you were sleeping? Asleep. What? Cora asked, confused. Was I sleeping? Sleeping, talking? Scratch that, okay? Sleep talking? Yeah, so, do you remember who you were talking to? He asked again. Cora thought back what she dreamt about who was she talking to until she finally remembered it. But if she tells him, how will he take it? I don't think so, Cora said, refusing to look at him. He looks at her surprisingly, suspiciously. Are you sure? He asks again, coming closer to her personal space. 'Cause you keep mumbling I'm sorry to someone. Did I? And then I noticed you started to cry as well. He said, it's almost as if you were begging someone not to kill you. Cora looked back at him. I'm sure I was just having one of those nightmares. Everyone gets them, Cora replied. Then why do this nightmare of yours sounds like I'm one of them? No, that's not it at all, Cora said. It was just a nightmare, and you weren't involved in them. He sat in silence for a few seconds until Dark Rabbit throws out a shuriken above Weirdo's head while he's sleeping peacefully, making Cora turn her head to focus on her pet. He takes that chance and summons his katana out before he pushes her down flat on her back, placing a firm grip on her shoulder as he brought his katana up her throat. Cora, he said in a dark voice, was I in your nightmare? Hers. He asks again as he leans his face closer towards her. Was I holding my weapon close to your neck? He said, bringing his katana close to her neck. He could hear her heart beating fast. Were you begging me not to kill you? Were you crying because you knew I wouldn't spare your life? Cora couldn't move an inch. She stayed still as tears welled up her eyes. Tell me, Cora, was it in my present, my future, where children were being killed because dolls, minions, desperately trying to escape, to survive? Cora didn't respond. Or is it in your present? Cora could feel his cold weapon touching her skin. Trying to run away from me as I chase you down. Trying to warn her and everyone about the doll apocalypse. He stares down into her eyes. Well, are you going to answer. Did I kill you, Cora? He leaned down towards her ears. Tell me, did I kill you? Yes, she said. You did kill me. Cora closed her eyes tightly, waiting for him to slice her neck. Did I? He wasn't surprised, to be honest, but why was he hoping she said no? In your nightmares, I killed you? Yes, Cora said in a scared voice, almost close to crying. Well then, he moves his head back, to look at her before his katana disappears. You better be glad that was a nightmare. He let go of her shoulder and jumps down off her bed. Didn't I tell you I changed my mind about killing you? Yeah. Then remember that. I won't try anything like that, he tells her before he walks out of her room. Cora stays quiet for a moment while wiping her tears off her eyes. She's scared of being killed by him, of course, but she was more scared if she answered him no. None of those things he said about her nightmares are true. Her nightmares weren't close to anything he said. Both Cora and Layla were standing on Cora's usual bus stop, waiting for Billy to pick them up. Dark Rabbit was hiding in Cora's book bag. You sure you don't want me to drive you up there or to school? I mean, a motorcycle is a lot faster, you know. Layla asked Cora as she made her bike turn invincible. I know, but I want to make sure that Billy knows I'm okay. You mean the lunatic driver? Dark Rabbit asks. He almost killed us. Well, not exactly tried to kill us. It was more like driving crazy for no reason. All right, if you say so, Layla has said as the bus finally arrives. The door opens and shows Billy. Holy moly! Sweet Jesus, you're alive! Billy screams. Yep, I'm alive. She's alive! Layla shouts. Oh my God, Cora, you have no idea how close I was calling the FBI on your mother's boss. Did you get what you were looking for? Yes, I did. Just in time, too. She said. This is Layla. She's... I'm her bodyguard. I don't know if the boss mentioned that or not, Layla said. Oh no. Oh, she didn't mention you. About being Cora's body. Being with Cora. But I thought for a second that was just a cover-up or something. Anyway, come on in, so that we won't be late picking up everyone. Cora and Layla nodded as they got on, but saw the back seat filled with flowers. Cora and Layla looked at Billy for answers as he nervously chuckles. Sorry about that. We all thought that woman murdered you. After getting the rest of the students in and everyone surprised Cora is still alive, Billy dropped them off at their school. Layla looks around in awe of how big the school is. Since Layla have to leave her home and family behind when the government chase after her, she has no time finishing school, or at least experience it. Of course she's smart, but that doesn't mean she wanted to go back. She could have made a lot of friends, but nope. Life decided to be a bitch and ruined her life. Jeez, I never imagined school can bring up more students than ever. There's like thousands in this building, Layla exclaimed while she follows Cora. Yeah, it sure is, Cora said before looking around to see no other students around. Layla already had her phone out to pretend he's texting someone, but she hacking the cameras, and so that it looks like it's just two of them. Okay, the coast is clear, Cora tells Dark Rabbit. Hey, she hears the zipper being unzipped as he poked his head out before jumping out of her bag. I guess as this is the part where you're locked up in the locker, Layla said, and as she pulls a locker door open, she found that was unlocked. You bitch! You are a bitch, aren't you? Dark Rabbit looks at her with a killer look before teleporting himself in the ceiling. What happened to the locker? I thought we all agree on that, Layla said to him before her closing the locker. Dark Rabbit lifts one of the pieces of the ceiling. Go to hell, he said to her before he let it go. I already am. You're just stuck with me, Layla replied before she thought she hears then. Why do I hear a dying moose? Dark Rabbit knows who that is. Oh no, not that other bitch. Hey, Baka! Sorry, guys. Hey, Baka! Baka? Layla questions before looking at Cora to see her already to meet whoever her yells out the word. Bully? Bully? Cora nodded. Of course. The school has those too. Baka! They both turn to see Jay, Kat, and Hazel, who was still on her phone. Where the hell were you? You. The past 4 days, Jay shouted at her as she walks up towards her, but Layla steps in front of her. Hold on, Tessindra. I can already tell you bullying Cora and nonstop. For, I don't know. Oh, but I think you should bother somebody else in your spare time. Or at least no one. Who's the hell are you? Jay asks before pushing Layla aside and coming towards Cora. Who the hell is she? She yelled at her before looking at Layla again. I never saw you before. Her in our school. So who are you? Yeah, who are you? Oh, thinking you could tell our boss what to do. Kate joins as Hazel just leaned against the wall. Seriously? Layla asks. Are we really? You know what? That's it, Layla said. My name is Layla. B. I am new here to the city and school, and I would be grateful if you three girls leave my friend Cora alone. It only took a few seconds until both Jay and Kate started laughing. I'm an idiot for some naughty girls, aren't I? Yes, you are. Are you serious? Leaving? Are you serious? Leaving? Being this pathetic bafka alone? Led laughs. No way, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, she turns back to Cora. Why the hell didn't you come upstairs? You were the main target of my revenge. What? Cora acts confused. Since when? Last week. Hey, Friday. Hey, Hazel answered that before holding up her phone to show Principal Wilt while being drunk and in hot sauce. But we got the principal instead. She looks at her phone with a smile on her face. We got in trouble for that, but it was worth it for me. Oh, God. Yeah. So where the hell were you? Jay yelled at Cora, making her flinch a bit. Layla quickly pulls Cora aside and brings her close to her. She was sick. Heck, you crazy... Hey, I just said it. Tundra. It's blazing. To hear. It's bizarre to hear a bully wondering where their victim is. Who did that? Who does that anyway? That's just creepy, Layla said. And who do you think will listen to you? No one wants to listen to some freshman, Layla has said with a smirk. I'm taller than her. Why is she calling me a freshman? Freshman? And girl, I'm 18. Older than you. Oh, and you all bitches. I'm an adult, Layla said before laughing. Then why? Are you still here in high school? Kate asked. Are you that stupid to learn? How sad. Everyone else who's said isn't 18 already graduated. And I stayed dumb. Because I didn't want a college. Want to success anyway. yet," she said before and bending down onto her face. "Because I'd rather stay in school rather than to go to hell once I graduated. Not like all those girls to be some ass actress or those beauty models." "Oh, geez. You just desperate to stay behind for someone and to graduate while you aren't. You," she said before looking at Cora and noticing the bruise on her forehead. "Who did that?" she asked, and it's getting close to her. Cora started backing up a bit and pulling her hoodie over her head. Did what? What? Cora said. "Don't you dare try to hide it from me." Jay tried to reach for her hoodie, but Cora ducked away from her grasp, hiding behind Layla. "I saw that bruise, Baka," she yelled. Jeez. She yells at her before looking at Layla. Did you do that?" "Did what?" "I do what?" Layla questioned. "Did you? What? At me? Did you do that to her?" Layla shouted at her. Cora, Dark Rabbit, and Layla figured out what he meant by crap. Oh my god! Are you hurting this big behind our backs?" Kate said, and not surprised shock. I think they really need to ask her if she fell or at least got hit by a door. Because I hit myself on the door before. It hurts. No way. Trying to make me a villain, and when clearly you girls tortured this young girl for her own sick games. That's it, Layla said, and picked up Cora bridal style. See ya, bitches! See ya, bitch! Layla yelled and starts running away from the three girls. Dark Rabbit was about to follow them until he starts hearing something weird. Oh boy. Well, I hope you like me being a psychopath. Act with this one. Oh god, I sound like a witch with her. Oh god. Why? Jay started laughing hysterically, in a creepy way. Oh my sweetness goodness. You all saw that, right? Hey, that little bitch is trying to take her. She's trying to take my Baka. Does she think that she can get away with this? I think you need to question her a little more. No. Oh, not at all. I sound like Cora in a creepy way. Oh, Jay. Hey, calm down. We'll get your Baka back, Kate said, a little scared, trying to calm her down. Don't worry, Jay. Hey, you can continue stalking her again sooner or later, Hazel said. I'm not stalking her! Jay screams as Dark Rabbit quickly left and used his tracking device to follow Cora and Layla as he hears behind them behind. Leda, what are you doing? Put me down! Cora shouted. Sure, until we're far away from those crazy ladies. After a whole fiasco with Jay and her two pals things began to settle down a bit. Cora had to catch up with her days of missing assignments and classwork, which kinda sucks. At least the teachers believe Layla's lies, saying Cora was very sick. They were okay with Layla here in their classes, but it's slightly weird. The principal allowed her to join in their class as only to be Cora's bodyguard. They agreed not to tell the other students about Layla, that as she's just a new student and here, nothing else. But they do get a little annoyed with her when she keeps correcting them on their mistakes. Dark Rabbit is glad he's not the only one who thinks Layla is a bitch. He's been listening to her complaining to Cora's teachers about the history. They keep leaving out one single detail, how this hasn't that happened, or it has never happened. In English, she was snoring through the whole story of Romeo and Juliet. He had to admit it too. But he also slept through that story as well too. Why are they teaching such tales about how two kids who just met then and a few pages later killed themselves? The students, on the other hand, think Layla is hilarious. She officially became the class clown in every class room Cora goes to. She's like a big sister everyone can depend on, especially when it comes to math. 'Cause Layla will flat out pretend she helps them solve the question, but she gives them the answer. This Dark Rabbit was lost at the moment when it comes to math. Why do they need to learn math? There's no circles or triangles when they get older. It's a complete waste of learning. What about money, Dark Rabbit? What about that? Or at least how to make people's life better. But then on the other hand, it does make sense for some of them. I get confused as well. Hey, Cora! One of the students asked her. Dark Rabbit listens carefully. Yeah? I was wondering. Well, actually, some of us are wondering, where were you? They asked her. Yeah, you never missed or skipped school at all until this week. Another one, as more students started coming towards her or scooting their decks closer. Cora looks around in the room and from her decks to find out where the heck is Layla at, and it turns out she and the teachers were arguing who is right and who's wrong. I was just a little sick. That's all, Cora said. Are you sure? 'Cause Billy told us to leave some flowers here's on your grave. One of the my friend, you're missing students. I'm just saying. But that's a minor error. We make mistakes. Said the student said, feeling a bit scared after saying that. And since we can't find your grave, we just put them in the back of the seat of the bus. Another said. Just before we continue on, I'm just correcting some of them. After all, she had some errors here and there, but that's to be expected. Okay? Yeah, we were worried about you. Did something happen? No, nothing at all, Cora said. Are you sure? 'Cause Billy seemed worried, saying that woman definitely did it. He said he talking about her, Cora. Did this woman try anything harmful to you? No, I'm fine. Cora tries to tell them, but they won't stop asking questions. The more questions they kept piling up, Cora couldn't couldn't focus quite a bit until finally Layla noticed. Hey teacher, how about you let me and Cora eat lunch early? Yes, as anything to get you out of my class, the teacher screams at her. Thanks, Layla said before moving the students out of the way to get Cora. Hey, we're leaving lunch early. So grab your bag. Cora nodded and grabbed as they both walked out of the school classroom before Layla starts dragging her to the girls' bathroom. Layla checks the stalls and saw no one's there. All right, asshole, you can teleport here, she says, as Dark Rabbit appears in front of Cora. Vaughn, are you okay? He asks her when he noticed her trying to calm herself down, and before nodding her head. Hang on a sec. Jeez, is it that important to them and to know about your life? Sorry about that. I guess, since I helped them and bring their being there by their side, that they would like to know to repay me when they notice my mood wasn't the same, Cora explained. I thought he just wanted to hear your story, so they can spread gossip around the school, Layla said. Anyway, Grumpy, she picks up Dark Rabbit's ear up by the ear into the bag. Hey, I could do this on my own, he yells as Layla kept pushing him inside Cora's bag. But be careful. Oh, Cora shouted as Layla zips it up before he could get a chance to attacking her. There. Here, now let's find some place to eat. I could steal a bus. It's real quick. Like we could eat at McDonald's, Layla suggested. Actually, I made lunches for all three of us. What do you mean? Three. It's just two of us. Us two. You witch! Dark Rabbit shouted. Oh, now I remembered. Okay, but where do we go to eat in peace, since the cafeteria is always full of people there? Well, there is one place we could go. Cora shows Layla the exit behind the school. Well, as they go into the forest, until they couldn't see the school behind them. Cora remembered the way to where Dark Rabbit and she ate last Friday. It's a lot quieter, very peaceful, and perhaps if they could keep coming here, they could all see the jacaranda grow. We're here. Cora stops and places her book bag down to let Dark Rabbit crawl out, holding out 3 metal bento box. Cora was about to reach in, and his hand out one of his head hands out one of Cora. Hands out one to Cora before throwing one onto Layla. She was lucky to catch it before it hit the ground. Wow, Grumpy. Thanks, Grumpy. Grumpy. She said before opening it to see small ham, eggs, and cheese quesadilla with peeled orange slices is on one side, while the other side it has blueberry and raspberry, and a plastic fork right beside them. Holy crap! You made a quesadilla for us? What the hell? Layla said with joy before her starting eating one. Oh my gosh. I kinda like that then, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This tastes good, she said with mouth full. And when on earth did you find this place, Firefly? Actually, Dark Rabbit suggested coming here last Friday instead of going into my usual spot where I eat, Cora said as he and Dark Rabbit had sat down right beside the jungle Rhonda. Oh boy. I think I got it right. She said, and starts eating. So does Dark Rabbit too. Really? Why in the forest, Grumpy? This is where the animals come to play and kill, you know. Well, it's better here than going on the school rooftop, he said as he continues eating. I guess it's fair to he heard than the rooftop. Drones could fly up there and spot a weird-ass looking doll. Leia said while leaning against a huge tree. That's and this awesome food. Thank you, she said. Hey, Fawn, how do you learn to cook? Dark Rabbit asked. Please tell us. Your mom teaches you all the secrets? 'Cause over this week, your food is amazing. Well, my mom is to teach me how to cook when I was young before she has to start working with Corella. I managed to learn the rest by YouTube. Makes sense. Whoever marries you, who will love you for the rest of their life, Layla said, and in smirk, winking at Dark Rabbit. What? Cora shouts before blushing. What do you mean by that? Well, Layla began to explain, but was cut off when a shuriken hit her fork out of her hand. She means nothing, Dark Rabbit said, and staring at her as if he was saying, Shut the hell up, Nini, Layla said, and just ate the rest of her lunch by hand. After their lunch and putting Dark Rabbit back inside Cora's bag, they went back to school, pretending they didn't go into the forest or anything. It's only a few minutes left until the bell rings for everyone to go to their last class of the day. Both Cora and Dark Rabbit are glad this day is over. Once Cora gets back home, she's going to have to consider her headaches, catching up all her missing homework. She must finish. Missing 4 days of school is a new record for her. Maybe in her 5th class, she could try finishing up her assignments for that class, then trying to at least do a few more from her other class work. Yeah, that's a good plan. Except when she hears the announcement calling for Cora to visit the principal. Cora, please tell... Sorry. Whoops. Wrong one. Cora, please tell me you didn't do something badass as behind my back, because I would have gladly taken the fall and say it was all my idea. Layla tells her. No. Oh, of course not. But it's kind of weird. But why Principal Will wants me before? Cora has said as she heads to her office. Maybe you should wait here, Layla. Yeah, it might be personal, she said, and snatched her book bag from her. And so should Grumpy too, she said. That made him try to get out of the bag and unzip himself. But Layla hold on to him tightly. Well, we'll be fine, Layla reassured before putting Cora's back, patting Cora's back. Just go in and see what he wants, she said, and nodded, and continues her way to his office while Layla has to drag the heavy bag in a janitor's closet. She unzips it as Dark Rabbit punches her in the chin. Ow! Mother! They're asshole! Oh. Layla screams before dropping the book bag. What? Why the hell did you follow her? He yelled as he crawls out of the bag. If I did, he might tell me to leave them alone, Layla tells him while rubbing her sore chin. Anyway, I already got tracker her on her, remember? And I made sure to put one of those tiny mic recorders on her too. So just sit tight, stay in the ceiling, she said, and picks him up as he tries to get away from her. Dude, chill. Just stay in the ceiling until school is over. And if you're worried about a firefly, fine, I'll stay outside to make sure nothing happens, Layla screams. And as she climbs on the shelf and pushes him in the ceiling. Now stay, Layla had told him and left with Cora's bag. Who does she think she is? Dark Rabbit did nothing but stay in the ceiling, killing random rats sneaking their way into school. Pretty boring to do nothing. If someone wants to ask why did he just head to the principal's office and listen to their conversation, it's because of Layla. If he gets any close to Cora, Layla will alert her and press a control shock on her phone, releasing an electric shock inside of him. He should have known, and after she injected him with the needle. There is a chance, and there is a tiny chip that involves an electric shock. So here he is, just waiting for Cora, finishing talking to the principal until he hears a familiar, annoying voice. He follows it until he stops and recognizes it. It was the screaming moose. Please! I need you to do this for me, she said before pausing. She must be talking on the phone. Look, I don't care about your grades. Either find out what Principal Wilt wants with Baka and report back to me. Wilt? Wait. What does she want to find out with Vaughn? He listens carefully, trying to figure out why Jay needs to know. I just need to know. You don't know how long it took me to find out which bus Baka goes on and off. I had tried everything to figure out everything about her life. I am not a stalker. Okay. How about this? I'll give you $5,000 if you can find that Baka's address, or perhaps her phone number, her email. Sorry, my voice was out of character a lot. Jay screams into her phone. Wait, what do you mean? You won't do it? I'm offering you money. And you're refusing it? You know what? Forget you. Forget it, she said before hanging up. Guess it's back to original plan. Meanwhile, Layla listens to her phone while we're waiting outside the office to see what the principal wants with Cora. So Cora, Wiltz began to speak. I'm sorry. Do you know why I called you to my office? No, sir. Well, I could you here because I brought you here because Billy, he kept panicking about how he knew who Corella would do something terrible to you, he said. And it got me wondering, has she done anything to you? 'Cause we both know she doesn't want anyone to know her phone number, house address, and anything, even getting in touch with your mother. He listed out. Cora, no, she hadn't done anything to me. I see, but it brought me more suspicions now, getting to call from her, telling me to allow your bodyguard to come to school. Her name is Layla, right? Yes. Okay. Is there any reason why she hired her all of a sudden? Did something happen at least last week? You weren't here for past 4 days. I was sick. Just sick. So sorry if I made Bill worried over nothing. It's not that, Cora. Over the last few days, I went to make sure you were safe. Has anyone tried to follow you? Cora stayed quiet. Does anyone knows your mother, her works for Corella's company? She continues not to talk. Cora, I hate to ask you this, but did anyone try to attack you? Because for some reason, I'm surprised. To be honest, Hazel told me about some bruise on your forehead. Oh shit. Wait, I don't know which one. Oh shit. One of them told him. I don't know which one is who, so I'm just choosing Cora. Did something happen, Cora? I tripped and hit my head against the door. Are you sure? 'Cause it looks like someone hit your head with something, he said. You know you can call someone about the situation you're going through. I'm fine, Principal Wilt. Cora, I'm worried. Are you sure no one was following you or trying to attacking you? Did you notice anything unusual? Like if someone was wearing upper masks or something to follow you? So that you won't know their identity? Wait. Did he say upper masks? Layla thought before she saw something hiding behind a trash can. I'm sure if I saw anything weird or if anyone was following me, I would call the police immediately. I know. Oh, you would. But I have a deep feeling you're trying to hide something from your mother, aren't you? Cora stayed quiet again. Cora, I know I shouldn't ask this, but I would like for you to write your home address, just in case something happens, he said before bringing out a piece of paper and a pen for her. But what about... She was cut off when Layla opened the door, her holding Jay by the ear. So, this kid was eavesdropping on her conversation. I think you should do something about it, Layla said. Please? Ow! Let me go, you piece of shit! Layla screams while trying to slap her butt failed. Principal Wilt sighs and takes back the paper and pen from Cora. All right, then. Cora, you're free to go. I'll be talking to Jay for a while, but remember what we discussed. And that brings us to the end of episode 4 for Get Knocked Along. Now, this is part 1. On part 2, I will be doing this tomorrow. So that way that will be finished. Those are the only episodes I'll be doing until new episodes come. However, in future videos after the next episode will be character details, and so forth. So you guys get to know them. Anyway, hey, that is still the end. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you again and tomorrow after my work. Bye!